Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to Rapid Trade Circle. So we are actually making a detailed video on the strategy that we use for our indicator OPRO, Rapid OPRO, and we are extremely sorry for those guys who actually downloaded it and used it before and actually found it very helpful for them. But we are still sorry because the detailing were write up on the detail write up wasn't that great. We actually fixed those things up. Now we're actually making already a walkthrough video previously. It's already in our YouTube channel and in TradingView as well. So now let's go through. We just go through today's one. What is the date today? As you can see, the date is here. It's today's date, like a seventh. You know that today's seventh. Today's date. We're gonna go today's stuff. Okay. So if you go over here, this is the performance, and then we're gonna compare with other top rated or pro ORB indicators. Let's see. Because we actually made a lot of effort to actually make this indicator as precise as possible now, and I'll go through some of the settings a bit later and some of the strategies that we do follow. So as Euro USD today, 3 session, this is a win. This is a guaranteed win on JPY. This is a win, but we actually, according to our entry plan, we actually couldn't actually get into this trade. Otherwise, yeah, if someone actually trade with week down, yeah, they could have done this trade. But we do not do week down. We do 50% barrier trades. So, and it is hardcore. We follow hardcore rules. That's it. Okay, we go for US 100. Nasdaq. Have a look. This one is a fake out, so you have to let it go. You cannot do fake out. So it's properly says a fake out route. So you shouldn't be trading whenever it's a fake out signal. USD let's see, nothing more for it today. Then USD look, this is a break even, I'm pretty sure, because this couldn't, this one, this is a break even because as far as I remember, I actually closed the trade as whenever it started to come back with a lower volume. So the time I closed the trade. So yeah, it, but this is a break even as well. So yeah, we go to our next one, UJP. Now it is actually forming a thing, forming a signal. This one, you could have actually took the trade, but I didn't. I never take whenever it's actually outside the kill zone. So this is my zone. That's it. 500 again. Fake out came down. So leave it as it is. Do not play around with it. So there's gold. As you can see, it is a precise entry. I can show you maybe just to make it bigger. Precise entry. So signal came with a fair value gap, 50% retrace, goes over here. It was like, as far as I remember, 5 or 6 return. So it was a big return. It was a 5 or 6 return. So it was a big return. Something like that, because the signal comes over here and then I triple it. Then I actually go for triple, and then I actually, whenever this signal, I'll go through the strategy. Just give me a sec, so you can actually have it's a 5 or 6 return here, as far as I remember. Today, I'm just talking about today's one. That's it. Okay, so it's not like we're talking about 10,000 years ago that most of the indicators are actually looking. They got a success 10,000 years ago. They were showing it. No, today. There you go, or another one, but unfortunately we didn't actually get into this because it is against our entry rule. but it was a good signal. It's a quality signal, so we just missed it. That's okay, that's fine. Okay, so if we go back a bit and just download it and test it, you'll find it out, right? So quality signal. Now we compare with some other community top ones. Unfortunately, our one got hidden down by the moderator. So let's see. We are trying to make as detailed as possible. First, we see this one. Okay. Okay. So first of all, it is hard coded on New York session. So it's 9 o'clock in the morning, but I'm on Sydney +11. I'm in Sydney, and it's just a breakout. And when the breakout, then it shows the thing. And now the buy signal came over here, and I don't know how far. What is the SL over here in the trade? So yeah, you can see the quality, right? It's not. It's two lines going straight down. We are actually divided into sessions and in kill zones as well. Okay, so now we go see the next one. Let's see. It's almost similar stuff. This is also the DLS issue is there. We solve the DLS issue. You do not have to do anything with the indicator. DLS is proof, like a daylight saving. Doesn't matter which time zone you're living at or trading from, because if you are actually in a DLS time zone, all the big stock exchange are in DLS time zone, so you have to change at least 9-10 times these zones. So this is a big issue that we actually solved, and these indicators doesn't have any kind of like confirmation. It just break out, done, finish, and they maybe have some sort of strategy behind it. No one knows. Our thing is all strategy built. Entry, it's also give you some entry and entry helps and everything. It's free of charge, 100% free. So we go for another one. Let's check. We're just trying to compare. Look at that. Look at that. Just make a comparison. Okay, so we see this. How messy is this? How messy is this? Your whole chart is blocked. Now just look our one. Clean. Nice and clean. Only two lines is moving and money is printing. Good quality signals comes in and you go on from there. Easy. So we actually compare with all three. These three are top three in the community. So we are like actually proud that we did a very good job. It took me a lot of time to actually make this. Okay, now let's go through. So whenever you got a signal and beautiful fair value gap, these are all automatic. These are all automatic. Fair together. I just go for a parity to then move and let me make you understand what's going on. Right. Okay, so as you can see, these are the SL entry and break even and take profit. So whenever this sort of signal comes in, that it is actually in a beautiful fair value gap with a signal on it, what we do, we actually just see it properly. We go to the entry, we enter over here, we follow this advice, but we enter on 2 tick, we enter fair value gap 2 tick, fair value gap 2 tick. So you save a bit over here. This was a winning trade, so here. And so do you understand what I mean? Signal comes with a fair value gap to tick. This is how you're gonna enter. Okay, let's find another example. Same thing, but in 50%, this it didn't come to the 50%. Here, let's try it. Let's find it out. Oh, there you go, Fakeout. I can't do this much. This one, oh, this one was actually a loss. That's okay. You cannot, no indicator in the world, no strategy in the world. It's 100%. So this was actually a loss. I actually made a loss last night. That's okay. That's fine. We made a profit over here, mate. Look at that. Boom in over here, and fair value up, down. You made profit. Look at that again. Signal came. Whenever it's a yellow candle, there is a fair value gap. So, and it's a valid fair value gap. So if this third candle is actually closed inside this range, there is no fair value gap. It has to close. It's coded in that way. And a break, whenever it's a break happen, always sees a proper candle signal. It's not like a doji or very high wick candles. No, it's proper candle because it's hard coded there. We code it in a very sophisticated manner. And these sessions are DLS proof. You have 3 sessions to choose from. Okay, so we use confirmation. So one confirmation is actually there that breaker candle has to be at least 33% out of the range. So we make sure the break is done properly, and the candle body has to be 60% at least. You can play around with this one, that's not a problem. Close beyond the prior candle, that means this has to close beyond the prior candle. This candle, if it is closed inside, no, it has to close outside of the prior candle. And this is the higher low. So higher high, higher low, higher high, and lower high, higher high, lower high. Okay, so structure is confirmed over here. And fair value gap, so as I mentioned over here, it clearly says candle 3 has to close beyond candle C range. So this one has to close outside, otherwise no fair value. It is actually an all this confirmation need to pass to pop up fair value gap. Secondly, in a second line is a multi-timeframe. So 4 hour and 1 hour has to align with the EMA cross. Then again, the chart time frame EMA cross has to be there. Otherwise, no signal gonna pop up. No fair value gonna pop up. Okay, so there is a multi signaling done as we actually trade different assets along with multiple time frames. So there is plenty of signals in a way. Plenty of signals. You do not need more. But we actually concentrate, the reason of these filterings, we actually concentrate on quality signals even after we actually played. For example, if just give you an example, whenever I saw one trade over here, remember, just wanted to show you. As far as I remember, it was 100. This is signal. What I'm actually trying to show you. Just bear a second, please. Just bear with me. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look. All signal is in front of you, which is 2 days ago, 5 current signals, which boom. I don't know how precise it could get, So one thing we check almost all the time before we enter, if it is actually signal down and the price is in a higher time frame, but in a very good support or resistance or pivot or like yes, I normally use fair value gaps. So if it's in higher, I have time frame fair value gap, I just ignore the trade because uh, especially in 4 hour fair value gap, it's profit taking must be happening all the time, so price actually reverse and then come back down, so but normally it's better to avoid those ones. So we shouldn't be taking down trades. We has to target good trades. That's okay. If I'm drifting, what I try to show you, let me find it out. Let me find it out. Let me find it out. Oh, look at that. This one we took precise 50% up. Boom, in. That was a 5 or 6 something. Because yellow, that means I can show you. Just wait. Start new. Just wait. Yep. We slow it down. Look at that. Precise. London GBP USD. Beautiful. Boom. Boom. Precise entry, just to show you. Couldn't be more precise than this, And free of charge for everyone. Wow. Couldn't this, and later price went all the way down. I don't care. I stick with the strategy. I don't care. What I try to show you, that when just signal come up without a fair value gap, what we do that time, that I'm actually trying to find. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And when only fair value gap comes in, and how do you trade those ones? That's I'm going to try to show you. Let me find it out. I actually found it out, but I cannot find it now. Let me short it down. Oh, look at that. Something coming up. But I do not want to take this because it's in a 4 hour. Now it's in a 4 hour zone, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know. This is in a 4 hour zone, so I do not want to take it. Where is this thing online? Where is this thing? Wasting time. Sorry about that, guys. There you go. This is what I'm actually trying to show you. Look, one thing I need to show you, this is a fake out, because fake out is precisely done. This is actually done in a proper way, proper engulfer. So as you can see, the volume is down, and at least 50% of the breaker candle come back inside the range, but volume has to be down with the breaker candle. That's why it's a faker, not this one. Have a look. Do you see this? So the volume is up with the breaker, so this is not a fake out. I can show you. Just give me a sec. Continue. Start new. Okay. So you push one. So the volume come in. I'm pretty sure it went back in. Look, it's almost went back in. and 50% up. But this is not a breakout because this is not a fake out, because this is actually a high volume. So if it's a high volume return, that's a good sign. That means that it's gonna go towards to yourself. So that's a good sign. So main concern is when I actually see only signal, because no fair value gap. Most of the checks has been done. As you can see, images crossed. But even though I actually do not go in, enter to the trade straight away, I actually wait and I target the previous within the range or a bit outside the range, doesn't matter, previous inverse fair value gap. So I look into this one, I will enter over here, this is what I target whenever just the signal comes without the fair value gap. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I do. So you can see, check, and we always follow the entry advice, nowhere else. So what's gonna happen, how you're gonna trade? So we're gonna enter always in the highest one. I do not trade on the lowest trade. If it is not there, that's okay. But I am going to trade all the way. I'm not gonna start with the start of the inverse fair value. I'm going to do it I'm going to enter in the extreme always. If we get a catch the trade, it's okay. If I do not know, it doesn't matter, because opportunity is everywhere. It's running everywhere. It's there every second, every minute, every day. 5 days, hundreds of assets. So you do not have to worry about that. Oh, I'm gone. No more. It's coming. No, there is always coming. 100% time coming. This is how I enter whenever just a signal comes without fair value gap. I always target the previous inverse fair value gap, where it's preferred just outside, no problem, inside range, but just the previous one, previous one. This one actually too late for me, so I actually didn't take this trade. We didn't take this trade the other day because it was too late. It was 2:30 or 1:30 something, or like 2 o'clock, and I fall asleep. So that's okay. If I could have taken the trade, it could have been a good win. Because I got a hard rule 1:1 break even. So let's check whether it's going to be a break even or not. No, it wasn't a break even. Oh, that's good. Fakeout came, it should have go out, because this is something you should be aware of whenever fakeout come up. Mm, like price most likely to retrace, so you should have go out from here. You should have out from here, even though that was a huge win. Boom. Whenever next session and especially fakeout comes in the next session, out, trade out, because fakeout is very powerful, and especially the way we coded it. It's intelligence in every part of the code. This one we didn't try because okay, so now how we trade when just the signal comes, and how we trade when signal and FVG comes. Now we talk about how we trade when just FVG comes. It's very simple. Look, this one comes, made a loss. It's okay. Should make some losses sometime, Otherwise, that's not fair. You have to make some losses. Okay, we go over here and we make some replays. Okay, there's few rules are there when we actually trade just the fair value. So I go there now, I make it bigger, give you an example. Okay, now look, just fair value gap, no signal, correct? So whenever this sort of things happen, I actually wait. Price, one rule, first rule, price next two candles has to be out, not touching the range, has to be. And then make a beautiful pin bar and sitting on top of the range of a bowler gap or out, doesn't matter, but it has to be inside and it has to be a nice one, I'm not talking about a nice one, like good one, like proper one, not like you got a lot of wicks up on the up and down and the body is too big. No, so this is not a pin bar, this is not a pin bar, so this is a pin bar. Beautiful. Whenever this comes in, what you're gonna do, you're gonna enter in the 50%. I'm just making it up just to show you because the video is getting longer. So just to show you, you're gonna enter in the 50% of the pin bar and second candle, the middle candle of the FVG plus 2 tick or whatever, like two tick or 2 pips, whatever you can, 50%, and always target 3R. That's whenever a pin bar sitting like this, you will find a lot of occasion. Trust me, go back, find it out. But rule 1, breakout with a nice fair value gap sitting, then 2 candles, no wick touching back to the fair value gap or the range, then maybe after, not after the two candles, maybe 3-4 candles, a beautiful pin bar is actually sitting like this. It could be sit like this, but it has to be inside. The wick has to be inside and proper one. Wait for the proper one. Don't rush. There will be plenty of signals, at least 10 to 15 quality signals every week, at least. So there is plenty of signals. You just have to wait. And then how are you gonna enter? 50% of this pin bar and SL is second bar, middle bar of the FVG plus 2 tick, okay, and 3R target. Just have a look, go and check. Then you'll be surprised, okay. Okay, now one more way. Let's see. Okay, just we wait away because this is a good question. So doesn't matter. I go back a bit. Okay, so it doesn't matter about the candle out. If the candle is this, doesn't matter, 2 candles has to be out. If the next candle doesn't come in, next candle didn't come in, next candle started to come in, next candle inside, traded inside. This is a fair value gap traded in. It doesn't have to be like all these 3 candles. The next candle could have come inside. So whenever the candle comes in, then no trade, wait. Then you have to wait for an engulfing. Then you're gonna wait for the engulfing. So beautiful, you know, a good one. We always take the good one. Remember, write it down on your piece of paper in front of your monitor. I do not trade dumb trades. I trade only good trades. So whenever it's in golf, I'm not talking about in golf, I'm talking about in good and golf. And volume has to be low. This volume has to be this. Okay, this is a volume over here. This is a volume over here. And this volume has to be low. Okay, the lower the better, but the volume has to be low. But my friend, I forgot to tell you, over here you have the already volume is calculated over here. Any breaker with a signal, it will gonna give you the volume compared to the range volume. So yeah, you can double check with this one to have extra confidence. So remember, so come back engulf, you wait for the engulf. It could be like proper one, like I'm not talking about don't you're trying to you're pushing it to you're pushing the chart to become your setup. No, wait for the setup comes engulf, and you're gonna enter 50% of it, always 50. Second candle, 2 tick, 3 at target. Go and have a look. Backtest, go and have a look. Do some work. We have already done the work. It's not joke, So look, I just want to show you because it's hard work, man. Big hard work. 1600 lines of code, right? And very complicated code. It's an engine. It's a proper brain. One linked with another, and divided into 3 multiple sessions. So it's quite a big work, and we actually happy that we actually give it for free. Okay, so this is one of them. So we have already talked about all the strategies that we actually use. Now one more thing we're going to talk about, whenever the price actually break and go across the fair value, what are you going to do that time? You know what I mean? Okay, no, what's going on? Okay, now we play. Look, the price is actually broke. So whenever the price broke, one thing you have to do. There's a must. No right option is there. If the fair value gap is broke, you have to wait. It reaches the other end. That means so price has to. So this is the price. It's broke down up, but it has to go under here and grab. It has to go under here. Must be. Whenever it's grabbed, then you have to wait for a change of state of delivery. So whenever you wait for a change of state of delivery, you come back and you enter into inverse fair value gap of the change of state of delivery. If it is too hard for you guys, don't worry about it. But just remember, whenever it's breakthrough, do not trade. Or if you want to trade, then wait for previous swing, reach previous swing, make a change of state of delivery from after reading the previous swing, and you enter on the inverse fair value gap after the rate of swing, after the change of state of delivery. Sorry, okay, and always that one like 1:2 tick and in the protected level. So yeah, that's what we actually do. So that is actually 5 different ways we just talked about. So just think about 5 different ways to trade, 3 multiple sessions, uh, 6, 7 on actually 10 major assets. So if you multiply all of them, you have plenty of options in a week. So find the good ones. Yeah, that's what I would like to say. So yeah, and it's very easy to find. So just write down rapid or prior and it will find it out by uh, trade circle. So rapid trade circle. So yeah, we have already compared with other three, the top three, and I'm pretty sure you guys gonna love it. Bye for today, mate. Tata.